Quitting your job to follow your dream is one of the most celebrated moments in entrepreneurship. But there is a dark side nobody talks about. The majority of people who do it wrong. They jump too early. Before you make the leap, there is a non-negotiable financial checklist. And today, I'm going to give you that exact checklist. Get one of these 5 wrong, and you are not chasing a dream, you are walking into a nightmare.
Hey, I'm Abdullah Bakrakaka. I'm on this channel. I try to encourage or talk about finance and personal development and help people grow one story at a time. If you find any value from what we're saying, kindly subscribe and share with your family and friends. Maybe they will learn something more.
First and most importantly, you need a freedom fund. This is not your regular emergency fund. An emergency fund is 3 to 6 months of your survival expenses. A freedom fund is 6 to 12 months of your full living expenses. Why is it so much? Because your new business will not make a profit on day one. It may not be profitable for 6 months or even a year. The freedom fund buys you time. It is the runway that allows you to build your business from a place of creativity and focus, not from a place of desperation and fear. Do not even think about quitting until this is fully funded. That is at least 12 months of your living expenses, 12 full months. The second thing is you must obliterate all high interest consumer debt. I'm talking about credit card debt, personal loans, and any debt with an interest rate of over 7 to 8%. Starting a business is a risk. Carrying high interest debt at the same time is a financial suicide. The monthly payments are an anchor that will sink your ship before it ever leaves the harbor. Pay them off aggressively while you still have a stable salary. Only acceptable debt to carry into entrepreneurship are long-term, low-interest assets like mortgage and other low-interest loans. Thirdly, you need a proof of concept. You must have already made your first naira from your business idea as a side hustle. This is an ultimate validation. It proves that there are real people in the world willing to pay for your product or service. An idea in your head is worthless. A business plan is a fiction. A single paying customer is proof. Get at least 1, preferably 10, before you quit your job. Fourth, your side hustle needs to be generating consistent revenue. The magic number is 50% of your current salary, but actually add it to be at least 80% of your current salary, because 50% might be a lucky stuff. So you need at least 80% of your current salary. If your job pays you $300,000 monthly, your side hustle should consistently bring in at least $150,000 to $200,000 a month before you quit. This demonstrates that the business has real traction, and it dramatically reduces the financial shock of losing your salary. It makes the transition smoother and far less risky. Finally, the fifth one, you need a plan to close your knowledge gap. And as an employee, you were an expert in one function. As an entrepreneur, you must be a generalist. You are now the CEO, the head of marketing, the sales director, and the chief financial officer. You must be brutally honest about what you don't know. Do you know how to run ads? Do you understand how to read a profit or loss statement? Before you quit, you must have a plan, a list of books to read, courses to take, or mentors to consult to fill these gaps, because they are very critical. So, the freedom fund, the zero consumer debt, the proof of concept, 50% or 70% target revenue, and the knowledge gap plan, those are non-negotiable checklists that you need to have before quitting your job. Ticking these boxes is one thing. Building the actual plan to get there is another. How do you build a side hustle that hits 50% of your salary? How do you structure your finances to build a freedom fund? That is the entire focus of my upcoming workshop, the $100,000 plan. It is a blueprint for this checklist. If you are serious about leaving your 9-to-5 job right away, this is a workshop that you cannot afford to miss. Click the link at the top of the description to reserve your seat now.